Hey guys, so now that I've updated my Sony Xperia XZ to the official Nougat 7.0 software, I wanted to do a comparison with the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. Both of them now on their latest software, official, and this is based upon Beta 3 on the S7 Edge, so the latest release, and we're going to see how they compare. So you can see Samsung is very quick when it comes to the starting up, and I'll just show you as well what we're running here. So if we just go to the settings, this one, software info. So you can see Beta 3 based upon ZPKK build, and just have a look here. We have put the performance mode on the S7 Edge as well. Some people saying it can improve the performance a little bit, so that could be quite nice. But we're just going to have a look here at the performance then, because basically we don't really know how they compare here in terms of the software. So let's get them on the same kind of brightness here, and well, that's a little bit bright. It's very bright screen, the XZ, and see how they open up some apps. So everything's closed down, I think, and go. So that's 1-1. Oh, 2-1 to the Sony. Is Sony going to surprise us here? 2-2. Oh, 3-2 to Samsung. Samsung is going ahead. That was quite similar. So they both came on roughly the same time. We get some pop-ups here on the Samsung, and we do have Play Store, or Samsung again. So what's that? It's 4-2, I think. And let's have a look at the settings. 5.2, and this is the performance mode, so it's on the full light 2K display as well, which is quite nice to see. And we have clock, very similar. Let's check out some games here. Oh, that was so close, I couldn't see it. It did look like this one though, so I'm going to give it 5-3. And let's have a look at the Modern Combat. Oh, Samsung 6-3. And we have GTA. 7-3. One more. Need for Speed. Oh, Samsung takes it when it comes to the app opening. So 8-3, a valiant effort from the XZ. but couldn't quite top the Exynos 8890 in there. I'm just going to have a quick look at the raw synthetics here. I will speed through this part so you can see if there's any difference in terms of the score. So we are coming to the end now, and you can see it looks like the Sony is just ahead here a little bit, but that doesn't always reflect when it comes to the the final score, which we will check out. I got to say, the remarkable improvements to the speed of TouchWiz is definitely very good here, particularly against even stock devices. I don't know what Samsung's been doing to it, but you can see now. I think we have the score on the XC with the latest software. How that compares to Marshmallow, maybe you can check yourself. Seems about par for the course. And we do have the S7 Edge now coming with very beastly single core and multi-core score, which you can see is still up with the best, and that is very reassuring for device owners. I think it's even more than the Note 7, as you can see. So very telling here in terms of this particular thing. We just have a look at the multitasking as well. See if there's been any improvement here. And so far it looks like the extra gig of RAM is still benefiting the S7 Edge. You can see pretty much all of them are reloaded here on the Sony, unfortunately. Bit slow for both of them there when it came to the camera. I do like the way Samsung's implemented a lock system for the multitasking. So if you want to keep something in memory, definitely you can lock them, similar to Huawei devices. No comparison here really. You can see the XC definitely could have done with an extra gig of RAM for future proofing. There's only so much optimization you can do really with Android. Oh dear. I think the Sony software is based upon like the finished version as well. This is just a beta still, obviously from Samsung. I think both of them reloaded for that. But I think comfortably ahead there really when it comes to the S7 Edge, when it comes to the multitasking. I'm going to skip the browsing for this one because I couldn't get the browser to actually work with the Samsung, like the stock browser, so it's not very fair at the moment. Maybe some sort of beta issue, but nevertheless you can see here in terms of the actual changes, there are some similarities here and there, and someone did point out you can also change the area of where the brightness slider is here on Samsung, which is quite good. So I have it on the top here, which is more accessible. I do think Samsung's doing a bit further though to make a more unique experience, and I do like the way, as I said in the previous video, you get your kind of force touch feature here with the Samsung, and someone said that's because it's on like Android 7.1, but to me this is like I'm sure this is 7.0, so I would have expected to have seen it on the Sony as well, but nevertheless, both of them give you some customization here in terms of the settings. You can do either smaller apps or bigger apps. I do like bigger apps, so I keep it on the bigger apps here, as well as on the Sony. So that is quite nice. But I guess if you do like your stock look, Sony does have it a little bit closer, I think, to the stock look generally. I think it really depends on what you do prefer. I think also we have multi-user support still on Sony, whereas you don't get that with the Samsung for some strange reason. They've never really bothered with it. So both of them obviously support the split screen multitasking as well, which have showed you in some other videos. It does work quite well here in terms of the stability. That is quite nice to see, and I think both of them are coming with like a performance mode. I have left off stamina mode on the XC because it says it reduces the performance. I would like to see a dedicated performance mode on the XC because you have to, I think, use the stamina mode to get it, but for now you do get a dedicated one with the Samsung, which is this. As you can see, it gives you all sorts of settings. You can also reduce the screen resolution if you want the maximum battery life, which I think is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, quick little video here comparing the softwares. Which one do you prefer? I think really, if you can get it from a performance standpoint, Samsung is a smidgen ahead here. Generally, if I'm going to be honest with you, I'm a Sony fan, but maybe 2017 is upon us and we'll see something even better from Sony next year. So yeah, just a quick little video. Hope you find it helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.